Hello, 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 everyone. Uh, Welcome to another session of World Border Breakers with Taiwanda Bason. And this edition is Lifestyles and Cribs Abroad. We're so happy that you're able to join us. And for those of you who may be with us now, I want to go ahead and tell you to go ahead and share so that others can join us as well. And also remember that if you have any questions or comments, you can jot those down in the comment section and we will answer those during the broadcast. So today, we have a very special edition. Some of you may have, I'm pretty sure everyone has heard of the Middle East. I'm not sure about if you heard about Kuwait. Everybody's not so geographically astute.
Right.
But when you think of the Middle East, you probably think of deserts and war and terrorism. Well, today, that's where we are taking you straight to the Middle East. And we have our very special guest with us, LaQuisha Nelson, international school counselor and Black girl abroad.
Hi, everyone.
So, LaQuisha is so gracious to show us her humble abode out there where you guys think that there's probably like nothing but camels. And so she's going to show us that there's a little bit more there than sand and camels because she's going to show us her beautiful home. And I guess we can go ahead and get started, LaQuisha.
Okay, so hi, everyone. I'm so glad to join you all today. First, let me just say living abroad is very subjective. I stay in Mahabula, Kuwait. Mahabula is known for the expat lifestyle. I guess this is where you see a lot of Westerners stay, so like a lot of Americans, Canadians, anyone that's new to the Kuwait area, they usually stay in Mabula or Salmiya. So I stay in Mabula, and just to give you a view, because one thing was correct about the description, it is a desert. So I'm gonna give you of what it all looks like. Well, I'm trying to turn it around. So can you see outside?
Wow, yes, cool.
So it is a desert, most definitely. Mabula is a city, is a city.
Hmm.
So you are surrounded by major highways, major freeways, and they do get very congested. So a lot of times you hear the honking of the horn. Sometimes you hear the frustration in the traffic and the crowds. You have to catch a taxi at a certain time around here. So
Hmm.
just showing you a little bit of my home. I'm right now in the living room area. So I'm going to, I'm not sure how to turn the camera around.
Is there a menu from Be Live there?
I see the talking screen. Oof, I don't see where I can turn it around. No.
Oh
Okay, well, guys, it's okay. Let's do it like this. Okay.
no.
So
Okay.
my door, when you first come in, we share the floor with three other apartments. So it's a total of four apartments once you come out the elevator. You have two to
Hmm.
the right, two to the left. Okay, so if I was to open the door, then you can see what I'm talking about. So two other
Wow.
apartments, the stairwell, the elevators, and then we share the same side.
Okay. It's very
Um,
clean in there too.
Yes, the I will say this about our building manager. He does keep it very orderly. Trash is dumped every day, as well as they mop the floors and things like that once a week. So they keep it very clean.
Okay.
And that's another thing that I was nervous about moving. I was worried about bugs, but I'm safe to say we don't have any like roaches, spiders. I don't have them in my apartment. I can't speak for others, but I don't have them in my apartment, so I'm grateful for that.
Hmm.
And then we see the when you first walk in, it's the dining table. The
Okay.
furniture is given to you by the accommodation. So it's a standard dining table, seats four people, has four chairs. Of course,
Okay.
I decorated with like fresh plants and things just to bring oxygen and life into the room. Um,
Hmm.
and then as we continue walking, as you can see, I tried to decorate a little bit.
Hmm.
So the carpet is something I purchased as well as the curtains. The
Okay.
apartment did come with curtains. However, I didn't like them, and they didn't really go with like the decor that I wanted to have. So I didn't really care for it.
Hmm.
The TV stand. Can you see it?
Yes.
The TV stand came with was included in the furniture, but the TV was not. So I did have to purchase the TV.
Ah, okay.
You get a a table. In my flat, I have a sofa and a love seat.
Hmm.
But some flats have a sectional. Some flats have a longer couch without a love seat. So it just honestly depends on the flat that you received when you first moved in.
Okay. So it's not like standard. Everyone can be in like different places.
Yes, it's different colors of furniture as well as different types of furniture. So for me, my hardware, as far as like the tables, they're dark wood. Some people might have cherry wood. Some people might have the light color wood. It just really depends on your particular flat. One thing I
Okay.
will say is that the walls are cement. So decorating is very hard because you can't put nails, you know,
Hmm.
through the walls. So what we have to use a lot of times is like the hooks with the stickers on the back. So
Hmm.
that's been successful for some of my wall decor. And then
Hmm.
I'll show you the other side.
Okay. Let's try to see. It looks good now, but I was so there's nothing on the Be Live screen that gives like the option to flip the camera.
Let me see. No, I have what I'm showing on my screen is the X, I
Mm-hmm.
guess to close out. Then I have like the
Okay.
little off, what is this called? Like the symbol. And then I see the
Mm-hmm.
watch in the live, and that's it. Like I don't have any.
Um,
Last time I thought I was able to turn it around. I'm sorry about that.
no, no, no. It's okay. Is maybe they're changing something because I know that they are trying to improve it and things like that. So that could be like part of the issue, and it sometimes work differently on people's devices. So it's okay. And we did have Lovepreet Sandhu joined us and said hello from India.
Hi, how are
Okay.
you?
Okay. And so, LaQuisha, I know you told us where you're from. So, Mandu, you said it's Mandu is how it's pronounced where you are.
Mabula.
Oh, Mabu. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Oh, sorry. I got mixed up with Love Pre who joined us, whose name
Yeah.
is Sandu. Oh, I put it together in my mind. So in Mabula, I noticed when you showed us like the outside area, um, it looks very bright and sunny. So is it like hot? Hot there, and like what time of day is it? So everyone gets an idea.
Hot is an understatement. Right
Okay.
now, right now it is currently 11:13 a.m. and it is around 109 degrees outside Fahrenheit. Um,
Oh, wow.
yeah, it's scorching. In the summer or close to the summertime, at 7 o'clock in the morning, it's the same type of temperature. So it's very hot in the area. Just as well as when it gets cold, it's very cold. So it's two different extremes of weather.
Oh wow. So it gets like you mean like very cold, like maybe below freezing or
Last year, we did not experience as brutally cold as it could be. last year we had mostly flooding, so this year they're saying that we're anticipating to have like a very brutal winter, which I'm like, I'm not prepared for that. But yeah, I will keep everyone updated on the conditions here when it gets a little colder outside.
Okay, okay. Okay, so we can go ahead.
Okay. So I have like a short little hallway. And they did put us up in a one bedroom apartment. This is because I'm
Hmm.
single. I came just with myself. Most people who come with a husband or their wives, or if they come with their kids, they live in different accommodations. So I want
Hmm.
everyone to know that this is not a one bedroom flat is not for families. This is only for singles.
Hmm.
Um, so I have my bathroom, just a typical bathroom. You have your sink, you have your shower. Unfortunately, we do not have tubs, which I was like, oh man. But yeah, we don't have tubs. You have your commode and the bidet. And
Okay.
then
Can you show us the bidet? Because some people may not know what a bidet is.
so this is the bidet.
Ah, okay. Okay. I didn't, you know what? I've had those things. And actually have one here in the place where I'm at in Vietnam, but I didn't think that part was called a bidet. I was just like, oh, it's just like a water spray. I remember like the one that looks like it looks like a semi toilet. And
And they have those as well.
okay.
I've only encountered those in like um hotels. I haven't
Uh
encountered those for homes that I've been in. But I don't use the bidet. I'm from the west, so I use toilet paper to clean and everything like that. One thing I will say about the rest is storage is important. So from IKEA, I purchased like a little roller storage. It's
mhm.
layers just to keep
Mhm.
like my braces products and my facial products, my hair, and then just body products. Because you don't want to crowd everything on your actual sink. Because as you see, it's not a lot of space on the
Yeah,
sink area.
it's not. And just want to ask you a couple more questions.
Okay.
Can you tell us how long you've actually been there?
This is my second year in Kuwait.
Okay.
This is my second official year. So,
Okay, cool, cool. So we see that you're enjoying it. And can you let everybody know what you're actually doing there? Because I'm pretty sure that they are curious.
yes, I am a middle school counselor. I specialize with grades 7th and 8th. I work with boys and girls because I know
Hmm.
in the Middle East, it is a big deal about and so in my position, I help with academic
Hmm.
needs. I help with behavioral needs. I also help with social and emotional needs. And we put on different events around the schools. So right now, next week actually starts our "It's Cool to Be Kind" week, which is an anti-bully campaign, and it's going to be a week long of different
Hmm.
events to just stop bullying, to bring some awareness to it, because bullying is a big deal in every culture, no matter where you
Yeah.
are around the world. It is a big issue. And also I vlog. So when I'm not at work, which is my like full time job that actually pays me, then I'm at home, usually vlogging or podcasting or something like that.
Ah, okay, okay. And so what actually made you move abroad?
Um, Honestly, I moved abroad because, and as shallow as it sounds, I saw people like traveling,
Mm.
and I wanted that lifestyle. I wanted to travel. I wanted something different. Like I want to experience different. I've been in Houston, Texas my whole life. And so the only time I left Houston was an hour away for college. So I just desired something different. And when I saw my friends traveling to Bali and traveling to India and traveling to Europe and Africa. I was like, I don't want in on that lifestyle. Like, what do I have to do to, be a part of that? And that was kind of like the driving force to moving internationally. But I wanted to do it as a counselor because I was a
Mm,
teacher at this time. So I wanted to go into the international career
wow.
field as a counselor.
Okay, wow. I'm pretty sure some people would love to hear more about that because mostly people know about teaching abroad, and so
Yeah.
they'll probably be interested. Well, they may want to lean towards it, like you said, bullying is a thing, around the world, cross cultures, and that's something you're able to deal with even there in the Middle East. So maybe some people have some questions about that, and we'll tell them how to contact you, like at the end. But right now, we're excited to see more of your apartment.
So now we're in the bedroom, and honestly, when I first moved in, I was shocked at how spacious the bedroom is. So I can kind of just give you an overview. So
Mm-hmm.
this is like the complete bedroom. Again, the curtains I purchased because there were curtains with the bedroom, but I didn't like them. They did not go with the decor, so I purchased
Mm-hmm.
my own. The bed set was given to me from the school, and I love pink and green. I'm a AKA, so shout out to my soror. So I absolutely adored the comforter set, and I also purchased this. Um, it's supposed to be a coat rack, but because I have so many scarves and hats,
Mm-hmm.
um, what you'll notice out here is a lot of people give gifts, and most of the gifts are like scarves, and different things like that. And I didn't have anywhere to put them, so I was like, why don't I buy a coat rack and put all of my scarves that I have received as gifts? And it's a great visual aspect to see what I'm working with, but also it's for storage as well.
Okay. Okay, cool, cool, cool. And so while we're at it, can you tell us, did you actually move alone? Did you go with family or with a friend when you went abroad?
No, I moved alone. I was very happy to move alone. I wish I would have brought my dogs with me, but this
Mm-hmm.
weather is not conducive for their health at all. Um,
Oh,
I would I would not bring my dog here because it's no grass,
wow.
no real area for them to play. Sand ticks are real, and so I just didn't
Wait,
want to.
oh, it took me a while for to get that one. I was like, what? I thought I said, oh, she said sand ticks.
Sand ticks, yes.
Oh, wow. Do they look
So
like
I've
the
seen a lot of
ticks?
dogs infected with those here, and I'm like, I don't want
Oh,
that. For yeah,
oh, okay. Wow. Do they look like the ones at home?
yes. Except they're a lot bigger, so you can definitely tell when a dog has them.
Oh, wow. It's like they're bigger.
Yeah, I did not want that for my dogs at all. No, no, no. And actually, one of my dogs passed away before
Oh,
coming here, so then that was really like the motivating. Like, I don't want to bring my other dog here. So yeah.
okay. Okay. So,
The school also provides us with like vanities. Um,
nice.
what I like about the vanity is it matches the furniture. Now, I will be very frank with you and say the furniture, for the most part, they try to match it exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't mix match like a bed from one set with a dresser from another set, and so they try to match everything identically. And I like
Mm-hmm.
my bedroom set because of the vanity. A lot of people don't have a vanity
Mm-hmm.
in their homes, and I love to do makeup. As you can
I
see, I
see.
just
Very beautiful too.
thank you. So this makes me very happy, and also I love my closet. I have been fortunate to be one of the only rooms out of my friends to have a full length mirror without having to purchase one. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm grateful for that. So this is like a four-way closet, open it up,
Nice.
and it have very space. So most of my clothes I did fold
Nice.
just because I don't have enough room to hang everything. And the
Mhm.
same over here. I try to
Oh,
hem as
nice.
much as I can, and then I also try to fold as much as I can. What I will tell everyone in moving to Kuwait, it doesn't matter what part of Kuwait you live in, the sand
Mhm.
gets into your shoes. So if you notice, I don't put any of my shoes in the actual closet. Like I put them on top of the closet, or I have a lot of my shoes on the floor,
Okay,
just
can we
because
see?
of
Can you angle it down a little bit? Angle it down a little bit more. Okay, we see.
yes, because of the sand. I don't want it to get on my clothes, so I usually put my shoes
Ah.
on the floor or up top. Um, because yeah, the sand and it gets in your shoes like in the weirdest ways.
Mhm.
So you have to protect. I want to protect my clothes, so I keep them like on the floor. Um, we don't have dryers in my
Mhm.
accommodation, so we have to use a drying rack. So the school does
Oh.
provide you with a drying rack that you will lay out and put your clothes
Mhm.
on. And believe me, it's hot enough, guys, to where your clothes will instantly dry like that because it's so hot. If you crack a window and let your clothes kind of just do their thing, it works well.
Wow. About how long does it take to dry?
It takes about 30 minutes, depending on the load of
Whoa.
clothes I have. What I like about living here is that I know that was one of the questions, but we don't pay utilities. The
Okay.
government accommodates the utilities. So I can literally wash clothes every day. Like as soon as I get home, and if I feel just exhausted from the heat and the humidity, I instantly can go and wash clothes and then sit them out on my drying rack, and then they're clean for I can keep up with my laundry better through this system of being here. Versus at home
Oh.
when you have a washer and dryer, it's like,
Yeah.
I get the clothes when I can get to them. But no, I don't do that out here. I try to keep up with stuff on a weekly basis.
Okay. And I guess in line with the utilities, can you tell us about what's the price range for your apartment or apartments like there?
So with any school that offers accommodation, they also offer you a extra fee if you don't want the school accommodation.
Okay.
Me, I wanted to live for free because even the money they give you for accommodations is not enough to cover rent. So I believe my apartment goes for like 300 KB a month, which is around roughly $1,000 American money. But the
Oh,
school gives
wow.
you a stipend if you're single of 150. So that meant I would have had to put another 150 with the stipend to live,
Hmm.
somewhere else. And I didn't want to do that. So I just chose the school accommodation and make the best of the school accommodation.
Okay, good. Because I was gonna ask about that. Like, how did you find? Um, so you didn't really have to, because I know like other they have several available for their staff. So did you have the opportunity to like kind of pick between the ones that they had, or they just said, "Here's the one for you"?
I had the opportunity. I could have lived in. They have new accommodations for families. And if you are
Hmm.
single, the tag or the disclaimer to that was you have to stay with a roommate. So you can either stay where I'm staying
Oh.
now, stay by yourself, or you can go to the other accommodations that are a little closer to the school, but you will have to stay with a roommate. And I
Hmm.
don't want to relive college, so I just so I just decided to stay on my own.
Yeah, you don't. That's what that's what I said. But a couple of times when I was abroad, I had roommates, and I know I don't want them. So yes.
And honestly, I think that you have to do what's best for you.
Hmm.
I know for me, it already feels like a college dorm because you living so close in close quarters with people that you work with. So you have no choice but to see those people every day. But when I want my alone time and my personal space, then I chose the solo option for a reason because it's better for me just to have my own space.
Hmm. Okay, okay, awesome. And I just want to take some time to tell those who have joined us. if you guys have any questions or comments for LaQuisha about her humble abode or about living in Kuwait and also what she's doing there, because it's pretty interesting, make sure you jot those down in the comments section. Any questions or comments, and we'll get to those during the broadcast. And thank you for joining us, guys. So I think we're ready to see a little bit more of your apartment.
Okay. So just closing up on the bedroom, I did receive two nightstands, which I
Mm-hmm.
greatly appreciate. So I'm gonna show. This is actually the paw print of my dog that passed away, so I keep
Oh.
that on one end. I have a humidifier because, like I said, it gets dusty, so you want to keep the
Mm-hmm.
air clean. And then they give you a lot of drawer space. So I have two drawers
Mm-hmm.
attached to this nightstand that I can keep things in, and then the other nightstand as well has two drawers, so more storage. Because that's kind of been the issue for me because I like to overpack.
Mm-hmm.
And when I arrived to Kuwait, I said, "Oh my God, I don't have enough room." And then my mom was like, "Well, that's because you packed too much stuff." So, just trying to keep that in mind when you are trying to move abroad. Just bring absolutely what's necessary because when you get here, you're gonna end up buying stuff anyway.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And then this is the last apartment, my favorite room, which is the kitchen. And so, as you can see, I have a nice kitchen.
Oh, that's a nice stove over there.
Yes, I love my stove. So some people did not get the Kuwait. The furniture is very small, and when I say small, like the stoves are very little. The refrigerators we're used to in the States, the grand refrigerators with the double size. As you can see, I only have a one-sided refrigerator with the freezer and the refrigerator
Mm-hmm.
part. And I have a five-top stove
Wow.
with a glass cover
Mm-hmm.
that you will lift up to cook. This is a gas stove, so you
Mm-hmm.
have to cut on the gas and then
Okay.
use a match to light the stove. That's how you would have to
Ooh.
light the stove, as well as the oven. So the oven is very big and spacious as well.
Mm-hmm.
And you also have to use a match to light the oven for it to
Oh. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I think I will have some little
I
try. I think
did.
I had one of those before, but like I'm thinking like I'll stand way back and
Yes, I did. I had a hard time at first lighting the stove, and then I had to remember my grandmother had a gas stove, but she was the one who
yeah.
always, did that. So it took some time to get used to, especially the oven portion, because the lights are so faint, like you can barely see them. So sometimes I'm like, am I
Mm-hmm.
cooking in the right area? And then I got smart because I purchased one of these and stopped using matches. So
Okay.
yeah, I purchased one of these and it made it a lot easier for me to do that.
Okay.
Um, the accommodations came with the washer and dryer. I mean the washer. I'm sorry.
Good.
It did not come with the microwave, so I had to purchase my own microwave. And it
Mm-hmm.
came with the tea kettle. So I had the
Okay.
tea kettle already, the washer. It also came with some
Mm-hmm.
dishes. So they did accompany me with like a drying rack. They also
Mm,
accompanied
okay.
me with some of the dishes that I have. These I
Okay.
did purchase
Nice.
because I wanted the
Nice.
containers. But
Okay.
the school provided me with everything in this cabinet. So the
Okay.
plates, pots, the pans, that's what the school provided me with.
That is nice.
And they also provided us with some of the I don't know how I can angle the camera. Can you see it?
Yeah, we can see it. Move a little bit more.
Can you see it now?
Yes, okay.
They provided us with utensils, so with the cutlery. So they
Mm-hmm.
gave us spatula, they gave us
Nice.
forks, knives, spoons, cutting boards, just stuff to get us settled. And of course, from being here for a couple of years, It's like you get tired of washing the same two forks over and over again. So of course I added sugar and things like that. The school also provided us with cups. And when I first arrived, they provided us with a few groceries, not a lot. So it was like mostly like fruit, rice,
Mm.
um, bread, corn,
Nice.
sugar. So it was just things to get you kind of started, and they gave you a moving allowance,
Ooh.
um, which equated to like $170. I'm lowball. I mean, I'm probably guessing it, but
Mhm.
American dollars. So
Okay.
that was like the moving expense for you coming. And some schools give you
Ah.
higher than that. Some schools give you higher,
Ah.
some schools lower, some schools give you nothing at all. So I was just grateful, and I was like, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
yeah,
nice. Because as I'm thinking, there's I think one place, yeah, Korea. I think Korea was has been the only place where I worked at. I'm not speaking for all institutions that people work at, but on average, it's the only one that may provide like a relocation allowance. So they did have that for me. I think when I got there, I'm not sure if I got it right the first week or took like a little while. If it didn't take too long, whatever it was, but they do give, at least for the school system I worked for, they provided us with that. But all the other countries I worked in, again, they were different settings. They didn't provide anything for relocation. So, and the fact that they had food for you, none of the ones that I had provided
I
like food for your home.
Yeah, literally, I got off the plane. I met with the driver who brought me here. He gave me the 50 KD in cash, and I had to
Hmm.
sign that I received it. And then when I
Nice.
came in, the food was like waiting for me on the table. So I was like, okay, this is great because it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm starving, so let me have at least some of my fruit or something.
Hmm.
Um, so like I said, some schools give more. This was just what my school did, and some schools give less, and some schools don't give anything from what I was told. So it's kind of like I said, it's very subjective. It's based on like your experience you know
Hmm. Okay,
so
okay.
that is my whole, everybody. That's the whole
Okay. Okay, now can you tell us, thank you so much for showing us your wonderful home, and I see you have a lot of space there, and it's so nice how they have everything set up for you. Like you were saying, like they try to match the furniture and everything. Um and not every place again like does that, but it's really nice. And this may prompt some people, especially with the extras that you share, although you said that not every school does that, they may want to consider going to Kuwait as an option if they didn't, because most people hear about Saudi Arabia, which is where I was, or the UAE.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's awesome. And so can you tell us a little bit about your neighborhood? Like do people like really go outside, or because I see, like you said, it's like already 109 degrees at 11 in the morning. So what is your neighborhood like?
The neighborhood is very busy. Like I said, that it's a lot of expats that live in this general area, and it's broken down into blocks. So I stay in block one. You have some expats that stay in block two, and so on. And so a lot of times, people, I know me and my friends, we usually walk to the beach from here, which is like a 20-minute walk.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can walk to the salon, which is like a 5-minute walk. So it's very accommodating to, because they know that we don't have cars. So I think a lot of stuff is kind of close. So that way
Mm-hmm.
you can have accessibility of walking to there. There's different restaurants in the area. Attached to my building on the ground floor is a restaurant. It's two restaurants that we can go downstairs and eat at. You also have a lot of delivery drivers from different grocery markets and fast food places that deliver to my area as well. Um, like I said, my area is also close to the American military base, so
Mm-hmm.
a lot of things that go on do go on a lot in Mabula as far as like if it's like little gatherings or if you want to go to different little hangouts and have your hookah and things. Most of them are found in this area because this is where most of the expats are.
Ah, okay, okay. And just for those who may have joined us late, I want to know if you can just give us like a quick panorama
Okay.
of your room where you are now. Just kind of like turn the camera around and give them a quick panorama of it. Okay.
Am I going too fast?
No, 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 it's fine. Okay.
I'm just starting back where I was.
Okay, nice. Nice, nice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um,
Yeah.
are there and guys who may have just joined us? I know some of you just jumped on. If you have any questions for LaQuisha about being in Kuwait, she's already showed us her lovely home. So the replay will be available after if you guys want to check it out immediately after we finish, so you can check out the whole entire of her apartment. But LaQuisha, are there any tips or tricks that you want to share with them, whether it's about your apartment, living in Kuwait, or your time abroad? Anything you want to share with them?
Yes, I want to just say to everyone to remain flexible. And I say that because I think a lot of people move abroad and not just in Kuwait or the UAE, which is most of the people I know who've been abroad. But I think a lot of them think, oh, I'm gonna come to Kuwait and I'm gonna live with the Sabat family, which is like the Emirates. And like, no, that doesn't happen. That's not real life, Like in
Mm.
Houston, Texas, I stayed in a 2-bedroom apartment and I shared that space with my dogs, and I was paying over $1,000 a month in bills. I think that if your goals in life are to just experience the world, experience a new life, experience a new journey, and have something to add to your legacy, then yes, come abroad. But if you thinking that I'm gonna come there and I'm gonna significantly upgrade my life and I'm gonna be rolling with the royals, and then you might need to rethink all of that and probably stay at home. Like I'm not trying to be funny, but
Oh, no.
like, because I meet so many people. I know even before I came abroad, so many people, oh, you're going to make so much money. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. When you come back home, you can buy 2 homes cash. And I'm like, where, like now being here, I'm like, where
Hmm.
did everyone get this information from? Because I mean, I'm in education. I can't speak for the military or the
Oh,
different
yeah.
contractors that are here, but in education, guys, no matter where you go, you're gonna still feel underpaid and overworked. I mean, that's just the field itself. But you have to make the most of your time. And so for me, I really do enjoy my department. I'm in the middle school department at my school. I enjoy the people I work with. I enjoy my friends that I have made here. I love the fact that my goals are wanderlust and traveling and I mean, so just have a flexibility in mind because I think a lot of people get here and they do see your Instagram posts or they do
Mm,
see your Facebook lives, but they don't understand just everything that goes along with living abroad. By no means is it perfect. But I would say that because of this experience, I have put myself in a better situation than I would have if I stayed
mm.
at home.
Awesome, awesome to know. And I just want to tell you while you were talking, Miss Latasha Blanton, who who was our last guest on Lifestyles and Cribs Abroad, her and her husband who are in South Africa right now. She just put down as you're talking with 4 exclamation points. She said, "Facts, Miss Nelson, facts."
Yes, yes, ma'am. That's
Oh,
true.
yes, awesome. I mean, I don't. When you said, I laughed when you said that some people think they're gonna roll with the Royals, because that wasn't even in my mind when I went there. Although I heard of people, actually one of my roommates, like, and there were a couple of people in Saudi Arabia, not the other country, okay, where they went to like some of the parties. I guess they got a special invitations with the princes or princesses, a couple of people who did, but that was not on my mind. Like when I went, was like, oh, I'm going to be doing this and everything. So that's good that you mentioned that. So if anyone has that mindset, so they're not disappointed.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is. I think the expectation for living abroad has been set so high by whoever they're looking at, or what have you, that it's like, oh, when I go there, I'm gonna automatically do those things. And for everyone watching and that's gonna watch the replay, it took me 2 years to really get comfortable in my job. It took me 2 years
Mm,
to really get comfortable in my living environment. It took me 2 years to really get to network and know different people. Like now this year, I'm just now stepping out and going to more places, doing more things. I was recently in a fashion show. That was something last year
nice.
I would have never thought, like, oh, I'm going to be in a fashion show. But I
Hmm.
mean, I network with the right people
Hmm.
and it happened. You know, like right now, I've joined the American Women's League. And so that keeps you abreast on different events going on as an American expat. So it's different things that you have to do to kind of align yourself with the path that you want to take while you're abroad. Because if you constantly sitting in your home, or if you're constantly around people who have nothing but negative things to say about the
Yeah.
school, about the apartment, about the country, about the, of course, that's going to shape the way you think. So I'm
Yeah.
grateful that I did not get swarmed in with that type of crowd, because it do exist. No matter if you're here
Hmm.
or in South Africa or in
Yeah.
South Korea or Vietnam, it's everywhere where you'll have someone who just does not like it because they don't like
Yeah.
their life, you know? So
Yeah.
you have to really make the most of your situations. And like I said, not everything here has been peaches and cream,
Yeah.
definitely. But because I know how to handle things better now, I make my own heaven while I'm here, you know?
Oh my goodness. Oh my god, that make my own heaven. That's oh my goodness, that's what I am talking about. Oh my goodness. And let me see what Miss Latasha, Dr. Latasha Blanton, actually,
Right.
yes, what she said. She typed something else. She said, I'm sure folks ask you, oh my goodness, ain't ain't you marrying a prince? Educate these people, live your life, and thank you for preaching on this Friday.
Yeah. I get that a lot. So recently coming back to Kuwait, I've experienced like the dating lifestyle, and I haven't came across any prince. And to be honest, culturally wise, I don't think that's of me, because
Hmm.
most of them believe in having multiple wives.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a part of a tribe. I just want to be the one wife. So, you know, that's definitely not for me. Now, for some people who is okay with that, hey,
Yeah.
do you? But not for me. Not, no, no.
And that's so funny. I have not, the fact that you brought that up, and thank you, Doctor Doctor
Yeah,
Latasha, for bringing that up. You made me remember a situation in Saudi Arabia where someone I didn't know, a little bit naive, where apparently they had been trying to make me their second wife, and I was clueless that it was me. So it was
it
like,
was so
oh,
fun.
okay.
My friend and I were in a McDonald's. And like I said, a lot of stuff is in walking distance to us. Like, so it's a McDonald's with a bowling alley where we stay. And we was at McDonald's just minding our business. And the guy came up to us and he said, I'm looking for wives 3 and 4. And we were like, well, good luck on your search, you know? And he had his kids with him, and he was like, you know, this wife is from my Kuwaiti wife. I mean, this child is from my Kuwaiti wife, and this child is from my Moroccan wife. And I was like, well, Yeah, I don't know what tree you trying to bark up here, but no, it's I'm not okay with that. So I
Wow.
mean, you have people who are okay with that, and if that
Yeah.
is what you are okay with, by all means, go after your prince. But I know for me, I'm not okay with sharing, a husband. So I don't want that.
Okay. And I just want to say thank you so much for sharing everything with us today. And also for our viewers who tuned in. And I know because it's like super early in the morning in the USA, so a lot more people going to catch this, like when they wake up in the mornings. So even if you guys are catching the replay later, feel free to jot questions down if you have any for LaQuisha. And also, LaQuisha, can you tell them how they can contact you?
Yes. So if you have an IG account, please contact me on IG at black_girl_abroad_. Also, I have a Twitter page at bgabroad_. And I have a YouTube channel. So you can reach me on multiple platforms.
Okay, guys, and the information is going across the screen, not the stream. It's streaming across the screen. So you can jot that down, and please, by all means, get in touch with her. And there's some other cool things that you're doing as well, besides being the international counselor. While you're there, would you like to share a little bit about the other things that you're doing outside as well?
Yes, so currently I am vlogging. I'm participating in what's
Hmm.
called Vlogtober on YouTube. So it's a 31 day, oh, pray for me, y'all. It's a 31-day vlogging journey. And so
Oh,
I've been giving little snippets of like my everyday life in Kuwait. Also,
okay.
here I have started a Zumba class. So I have a weekly Zumba class that I teach. Um, we're just trying to do a lot of things to work on the mind, body, and soul. I mean, to be honest with you. So just things to keep us
Nice.
centered. Yeah.
Nice, nice. That's cool. And I see Deborah Ann Matthews just asked a question for us, and I know she's into health, so like exercising. So I know she would be interested in what you're doing with Zumba there, which is so cool that you are doing that. And so Deborah Ann, who's in Tennessee, she said, "How long are you planning to stay in Kuwait, if you know?"
I don't, Deborah. I said I would stay 2 to 3 years, with this being my second year. Um, and exploring other countries, I've realized that there's a whole big world out there that needs educators and things of that nature. So really and truly, I want to stay abroad as long as I can. Maybe not in Kuwait the whole time I'm abroad, but my goal is to go to different countries
Okay.
and live. And the retirement age is 60. I got some years, Miss Deborah. Years.
Yes, you have a lot of time ahead. And who says you have to retire at 60 unless you want to? Uh,
That's true. True.
and so this has been awesome. And I also want to take the time to shout out to Dr. Latasha Blanton. As I mentioned, she's in South Africa, her and her husband. So if anybody's thinking about going to South Africa for a visit or vacation or something, she and her husband actually have a travel agency. So they help you. It's called the Real South Africa. Uh, and they can help out with that since they're living there. And Deborah Ann Matthews, who had asked a question about how long you're there, and she also said that's awesome. Your response to her question as well, Deborah Ann. She's always like so positive. And so she actually helps people with their resume. So people that are trying to get
Yes.
positions like what you have, I'm pretty sure it was like very I guess like a lot of people may have been trying to get the position that you were getting, and also whether it's to teach or something else, so to make yourself competitive, that's something she does. So people get
Yeah,
your resumes checked. You might want to go to the comments, check out Deborah Ann Matthews for that.
and I'm gonna be you up too.
Yes, you Deborah
Yeah,
is like she's a master. She's been doing this for so long, so she can if you want to get something like higher or something like that, she can definitely whatever field you want to go into, she can help you with that. So
yeah, definitely.
yeah,
I
yes.
also want to mention before we leave that also the Black Girl Abroad. It's a whole brand. So I'm trying to do a lot, and like I said, because my background is in psychology and counseling, I focus on mind, body, and spirit. And so this month we're also starting our book club back up. The book that we are going to be reading, it has not been decided just yet, but it will be decided on next week. And so, if anyone wants to join in, I do live chats on the book club. We do virtual book club parties on YouTube as well as Instagram Live and Facebook Live. So, yeah, if y'all are interested in any of that, because my background is mental health. So, that's something that I believe is important when you're moving abroad is that you have a hold on your emotions and your
Yeah.
mental stability because it is definitely times where you will get lonely. It is definitely times where you will feel like I don't have anyone here, no one understands. You know, you'll wonder where your friends have gone because they are continuing their lives in the States and you are making your brand new life, you know, wherever you are. So mental health is very important to me. So if
Yes.
anyone is interested in joining that book club, hit up my Instagram, my IG, and you can be a part of the book club as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that because that is a very important piece that people don't think about when they go. Sometimes we think about, we're following our dreams, or some people want to just escape because maybe they don't like where they are and they think they're going to a place where the grass is greener, not
Yeah.
realizing, like you mentioned earlier, that when you move, like, you know, people are people no matter where you go. They have emotions and needs and things just like the people where they were, so you may run into those like similar issues or
Yeah.
just something different. So like you said, you're going to be in a totally different place, and if you didn't go with the right mindset, it may be too much for you to handle being in that different place in maybe a totally different culture. um
And where you're alone.
so
And like my grandmother always said, a new level is a new devil. And so you have to know, you have to honestly be prepared. And I think last year when I first moved, I was so, oh, everybody's my friend. I love everyone. And that wasn't everyone else's mindset.
yeah.
So then you get caught up in, wow, how could you do that to me? You was my friend. But then and to that person, it's like, well, no, we really wasn't friends like that. That was only you who thought that. And I
Mm.
have my own obligations, and so that's what I mean when I say you have to have a very secure mindset that okay, whatever I come across, I'm just gonna keep rolling with the punches, and I'm gonna make it, do what it do. I said on the Instagram post earlier, I don't want nothing to interfere with my dinars, which is the money system out here, and I don't want nothing to interfere with my traveling. So hey, gotta let it go.
Well, I want to thank you so much for your time and showing us your wonderful home and all the other extra information that you shared with us. That's going to benefit so many people I know after they watch this replay, as well as those who joined us today as well. Um, so thank you very much,
Thank
LaQuisha.
you. Thank you
Yes.
for being inspiration. Like I told you before, I've been following your career since I've known I wanted to move abroad. And it's just so interesting how the universe works and how we were able to connect. So thank you
Wow.
for this opportunity. Thank you so much.
You're very, very welcome, and thank you for letting me know because it gives me inspiration too. Like when I hear, because I don't always hear things, but I know. But when I hear it, I'm like, wow, like so know that I was a part of anyone's journey, and I'm thankful to God for that I can do that with what He allows me to do. So I wish you nothing but the best while you're there, and that you're going to continue to change lives, not only back home for those who may want to travel or just do something else, whatever it is. You shared a lot of nuggets today that are going to be beneficial whether someone travels or not, but also the lives that you are impacting while you're there, the children that you're working with, like you mentioned, the bullying and things like that, and the people around you now that you've had that experience. And I see that, guys. Make sure you check out her social media so you can see the things that she's actually doing there. So she's touching lives while she's there in different capacities. Okay. Um, but yes, I am so glad that we got a chance to have this. We're so excited. Even down someone in Antigua was like, oh, I'm looking forward to this.
Oh yeah.
So I know they're probably asleep now.
Right. Right.
Um, but they're gonna watch it later because they said it might give them some inspiration for their home, like once they get their own places as well. So they were looking forward to seeing your apartment. And I also want to thank our viewers that joined us, those of you who were live with us, as well as those of you who will be watching later on. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I also wanted to share with you guys, if you want to get in contact with me or connect with me, you can go to taiwandabason.com. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram at Taiwanda Basin, as well as other social media. But if you guys are interested in going, whether it's to Kuwait or anywhere else, I encourage you to check out yes, check out this replay or connect with me online so that you can see some of the past ones that I've done, and some future ones that are coming out as well. But I want to encourage you as well. Whatever it is you want to do in life, as LaQuisha mentioned earlier, uh, go ahead and do it. And as I always say, my tagline is, "You'll until you go, you'll never know." so so you got to put action to it, whatever it is that you want to do, whether it's going abroad or something else, until you go. And that could extend to doing things as well. You will never know. So this wraps it up. This was a wonderful session. Again, thank you, LaQuisha, and bye, everybody.
Bye.